So besides those games, was there any game that you decided to like affiliate yourself with, any group, any?
You know what's so crazy about that? I became a Latin King back in the days, right? I believe it was like just before I did 1 year in Rikers Island. And
Which I want to talk about also.
Yeah, it was in I believe it was somewhere in 1994, ending in 93, 94. I can't really, to be exact. But how I became a king, to be honest with you, is crazy because when, let's say, we chilling, right? And just like 3 of us, we're not down with Latin Kings, you know what I'm saying? We're not down with that. But 2 of them are down, and they're our boys. We grew up with them, they cool, right. We chilling. So one time we got arrested, and 2 of them were Latin Kings, you know what I'm saying? And they had their beads, they had the colors, they had bandanas. So we got arrested by the precinct from around our way. So when they took us to the precinct, right? They all took those Polaroid pictures. And I remember they used to have...
What, the mugshots?
The mugshots.
Oh, okay.
But also Polaroids, because they used to take the Polaroids because they had this book called the Black Book, which was around my way, considered nothing but gangs from my neighborhood, right? So I remember...
Anybody that's in a gang is in the...
They were putting in that book, but they had a specific section that said Latin Kings, they had the Nieta, they had Trinitario, they had other crews like THP, which was, the Hard Pack, all the neighborhood groups.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, you said Trinitarios?
Let me correct that.
Yeah, because I was like...
It was Trinitarios - Papi Chulos, yes.
There's a gang called Papi Chulos?
They were mostly Dominicans, to be honest with you.
Wow,
back in the day.
Papi Chulos.
Yeah, they were like a branch from who became Trinitarios. Like a lot of them became Trinitarios.
I never knew that.
But they were considered Papi Chulos back then.
That's what they were. Oh,
but a lot of them turned Trinitarios once they got incarcerated and once, you know what I'm saying, because, they branched out of it.
Okay, understood. So
one way or the other.
Saying about affiliation with the Latin King.
Right. So we got locked up, right? So they take this mugshot and they take this Polaroid picture. And I remember the detective that did it, which was gang intelligent, the gang unit, they put it in the Latin King thing. And I'm watching and I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you putting my picture in the Latin King section? Oh, you're a Latin King member. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, I'm not. I'm not in no gang. He like, nah, you're a Latin King, and that's that. And he left it like that. And since then, I was tagged as a Latin King. So I was so cool with my brother that passed away, right? Which I'm going to say his name because to this day, this is the main reason why I'm home, because of him. His name is Meg, M-E-G. And I'm saying Meg. He was a Latin King. And that was, you know what I'm saying, back then, me and him, we were tight like that. So
he was
basically...
an artist, correct?
He became an artist later on when he came out of prison. Yeah, he became an artist later on. So basically, you know what I'm saying, because of me being with him and he had his colors and he had beads back then, us 3 of us that wasn't Latin Kings back then, we got tagged as Latin Kings. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So the police basically forced me to become something that I wasn't.
Wow. That's crazy.
And of course, he convinced me to join because he was like, yo, bro, this is what we need, niggas like you that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say, the N-word, but
yeah,
in a good way, you know what I'm saying? That's how we used to talk.
N-words.
Right,
just say
the N-word, right.
Because we don't want to mess up the YouTube algorithm.
No, you know what I mean,
Nah,
bro.
for sure, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So he said, yo, you might as well join, you know what I'm saying? You're a dude that always been a stand-up dude, you know what I'm saying? We need people like you, whatever, we doing positive things. That was during the time that the Latin Kings was transforming from being a neighborhood gang into doing the positive thing because Blood and them had just gotten locked up. King Blood was the main guy. So they want to portray a good image. So Meg will always take me to a lot of their meetings, and I love the way they used to vibe and the love they showed. And, I didn't see the negative thing until you really join something. You know what I'm saying? You only see the good thing. They just want to show you, or whatever the case may be. So that kind of attracted me to join, to become a Latin King back then, which I did. On top of that, the police the precinct already had me tagged as one.
Which is crazy.
And it's crazy because right after that, wherever they used to see me, they would arrest me and take me to the precinct to take fingerprints or see if I had a warrant.
Automatically?
Automatically. No
Without
lie.
saying a word?
Without saying a word.
You just
And they
chilling
would
on the
just
block.
make up shit. I swear to you on everything. They would
Yo.
make up shit. Oh, we got a call that you were doing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just to take me to the precinct, take this picture, and take me through the system. I swear to you on everything, bro.
Wow.
No lie.
And that's all it took.
And that's all it, yeah.
That's crazy. So you were talking about you were locked up for what? You said one year?
Yeah, I was locked up in Rikers Island for a year, you know what I'm saying? Basically, the detectives, TNT set me up, and they set me up with me selling drugs, which is not true. I'm going to be honest with you.
Right.
I didn't sell drugs to that detective because I didn't sell drugs. So they took me in because I was in a building where they used to sell crack. And I had some money because I was going shopping that day with a boy of mine, which I'm not going to say his name,
Yeah.
that used to hustle. I'm not going to lie. He was hustling. You know what I'm saying? So when the TNT rolled up, they found money in my pocket, automatically made it, you know what I'm saying? They assumed that I was a drug dealer. So they took me in and they took me to the precinct. Since I was underage, my mom had to come get me or whatever. But I had an open case, which was, I had to go to family court for that. Which it took so long that by then I became like basically, they transferred my case to the adult case, which is to the 360 to 20 in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So they transfer my case into that because I guess once you're over 16, they can do that.
Automatically, yes.
Automatically. So once my case got over there, they gave me 5 years probation, which I had to, because if not, you know, they were going to put you away or whatever the case may be. So I said, I'll take the 5 years probation.
For sure.
So I took the attorney's advice. They're like, listen, take the 5 years probation, don't worry about it, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to do no time, whatever. So I said I took the 5 years probation. I violated. Within 4 years after being on probation, I violated. I was smoking weed. I love smoking weed. I didn't want to show up. And let me tell you something. The probation officer gave me a lot of breaks, man, because she would have violated me a long time ago. But she decided towards the end to violate it. She had to. So they came and picked me up one time, and I had to do that, you know, bullet, which they call a year in Rikers Island.
I respect the fact that you said that they gave you breaks.
Yeah, they did.
You know, because a lot of people like to just automatically paint POs, like, and we'll eventually get to COs, but like POs, like, nah, fuck them. They're just trying to violate all the time.
Not all of them are like that. Some of them are like that. I'm gonna be honest. Some of them are pieces of shits, man. I'm not gonna. Cause
Right.
I know some CEOs that were really fucked up with some people that I knew that were, you know, on
Right.
probation or they were on parole. But I can tell you that the one I had, she was a sweetheart. She was, man. She had to.
I'm glad
violate
you're
me.
keeping it 100.
I'm
like,
gonna give it to you what it is because that's how I am. I'm 100, man, all around the board, man.
and I respect that. So now, after the year, you're affiliated with the Latin Kings,
Right.
correct? So now we get to the day of December 2nd. I forgot exactly what year.
1995.
1995.
I just came home. I was only home for like 4 months, I believe, four and a half months.
Fresh out.
Fresh out of doing that year in Rikers Island, right?
So now December 2nd comes along. Now for the people that don't know what happened December 2nd, which is a very defining moment in your life, is there anything you want to say about that day, how it went down, anything like that?
Well, while I was, I want to elaborate that while I was incarcerated, right, that year in Rikers Island, I started seeing how some Latin kings were moving.
Some, yes.
Some of them were moving. Because not everybody's the same, man. Just because you're part of something doesn't mean that you're a gangster. Some people became part of Latin Kings because they were trying to do the right thing for their people. That's what it was made for.
That's what
To
I
be
heard.
honest with you.
That's what I heard, that the Latin King started as
just
in
like
Chicago.
any other group. Just like any other group, man. If you look at the Bloods and you look at the Crips, for most of the groups that they call gangs right now, they all started with a different view, positive. They all started positive, bro, doing the right thing for the community, you know what I'm saying? But somehow it went like, I
Goes
guess it's
left.
fair to say left. It went left. But that doesn't mean that everybody went left. When I joined, there was a lot of people going right, and they were doing the right thing. Because I remember I was going uptown, man, and they had us doing, you know what I'm saying, voluntarily to go out there and help out the old elderly people. Cross the street, go shopping, make sure they were good.
Real shit.
I love that.
That's real shit.
And that's the truth, man. Some Lion Kings were doing that back in 94, 95. You know what I'm saying? So they were trying to, whatever they were doing, a lot of Lion Kings back then were trying to do the right thing, but it was still a lot of more Lion Kings that were trying to do whatever they wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's in every group, man.
Yeah, that happens.
You know what I'm saying? That's in every group. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like once an organization becomes too big, eventually somebody,
Yes,
like, you know,
exactly.
you're gonna have bad seeds.
That's
Not
a fact.
everybody can grow to be.
It's like any tree, man. If you plant a tree, you know sooner or later.
You're gonna get one bad fruit.
Exactly, and that one,
Could pollute a lot.
and that's what happened, my brother. And you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what happened with every nation or group or whatever they want to call themselves. That's what happens, man. Everything starts with good intentions, but for somehow it starts going left. But that doesn't mean everybody goes left.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?